What is going on, everybody? I am here with some more Metro Last Light. Last time we made it through the surface and we almost gotten killed because of it, because there was such a lot of watchmen and other creatures. Also the demon that was trying to kill us. So now, now in this episode we finally made it. Well, we're close to actually make it to Polis, but we have to cross through the red line posts in order to get to Polis and complete our mission. I almost had a brain fart there, but in the last episode, I wanted to explain about that little cutscene that happened with the airplane. That gave a little snip of the moments of what happened during the destruction of Russia and all those nuclear weapons reaching up into the surface and actually exploding. If you've been, it explains a little bit in it explains a little bit in the last game, and also explains a little bit more in this game. If you've been finding Artyom's diaries, or if you've been overhearing about conversations of people, that explains a little bit more into detail of what actually happened about the government. I forgot what was the reason why. I think it was had to do with the Earth or something like that, or had to do with some kind of war, and that was the reason, and that was the reason why. And but if you read the novel, it explains further more into detail as to what happened. I know that they can't fit the entire novel in here because some of them the games don't really adapt into the books. But if you read the novel, it explains more into detail of what actually happened. So yeah. That's what I wanted to explain. And oh yeah, also about the visions we've been seeing on the airplane was it kind of goes into that theory of restless souls trying to contact the living to tell what actually happened and things like that. That goes into an actual theory, but I'm not gonna go into that because that's a little bit more. That's more for like another topic. But I kind of like how they did that though. But I won't be going into further detail, like I said.
Okay, come on in. Sorry about that. Dangerous times, right?
We're going up soon. Are there many watchmen around?
We were lucky to get here. Okay, there's a nest in the building by the wrecked plane.
No wonder it's such a bad dream today.
Oh, you want a nightmare? Well, it's waiting for you up there.
No sense going with just 3 men. To clear a nest, we need a couple squads at least.
So what now? You're not going?
To gather the men first.
Oh, we're waiting for the guys.
On their way. Then we'll give the beast some hell.
Yes.
Welcome to the theater.
So we finally made it through the theater.
You're cool. Come on in.
Yeah, now since we're a couple of adventurers, they let us in. So we finally made it to the red line. So make sure not to cause. So we gotta make sure not to cause any trouble.
How could this happen? We've been in the Reich all our lives, and now we're freaks?
This happens all the time.
But why? Why to us?
They keep raising the standards. Last time it was our neighbors. This time, it's us. Would be long before Führer has the station to himself.
But what do we do now?
Live! And be glad we won't have our skulls measured every day.
Oh, I'm fainting. Hard to breathe.
Calm down. Take a breath. Everything is all right. Everything is fine.
She's nervous.
So, that's our plan. The station next to this one is Revolution Square. One of ours. Red. And Revolution is spitting distance to Polis. So, I, as a good communist, which I am, will vouch for you. They'll have to let you through, and you'll be home in no time. What do you think?
Are you the one they just told us about?
Yes, we are.
Great. Come in then.
So, my Spartan friend, have a look around. There's plenty to see here, huh? I'll talk to my people and find you.
Alright. So since Pablo has vouched for us, we could actually explore the Red Line for the first time. Because we're enemies.
Деревья гнулись, а ночка темная была.
And he passed out drunk. Yeah, we can't interact with him because he just like knocked himself out.
Bullets to the last surviving theatrical critic. Bullets for mercy on your souls.
Now there's a few things to do here in the theater.
Here we sit, with drinks, party lights.
Yeah, you could listen to
radiation, death,
you could actually eavesdrop to actually a couple of conversations.
Kostya, Kostya, when did you come back? When?
That is a really
Where's Vitya?
appetizing
Why didn't he
smell
come
you
over
have
at
here.
once?
Is it something new?
An Oberscharführer. He told me all about their standards, about the racial struggle to keep humans free from mutations. But really, they're just dumping the dependents.
So did you repel
So they're just like having a
whatever Führer?
conversation in bed.
Sorry. Katya, sorry.
Why? What happened?
Vitya didn't make it.
How?
We were heading back. A demon appeared. We all hit the ground and shot at the demon until it fled. No one suffered a scratch. But Vitya didn't get up. His mask, it had cracked open on a brick.
And you left him there to die.
No, Katya, we tried to save him. But it was too late.
No, Vitya.
We buried him there. A good place. We put white stones on the grave. Let her be.
Yeah, we gain more points for listening to that conversation. And having sympathy for losing her partner. Now, oh yeah, we can't interact with the bar.
The masked one.
Any minute now, so drink up. Don't lose your chance.
It can't be. I don't believe it.
Get me one of those dogs.
My dad is the pilot. He'll get me 100.
When? Mine's
The shadow puppets.
no.
Yeah, now since the technology from these days is
That's a demon. So scary, just like the real thing.
A demon! Look at its flapping wings! It's attacking!
oh yeah, here's the novels here. Here's a little secret here. All the novels. There's 33, 34, which is technically Last Light, and then 35, which is the novel. Yeah, so there's a few things to do in the theater.
So Nikitic, when do we become your father?
Now here we could actually buy some ammo. We have 255 golden bullets, or military bullets. So we don't really need a lot, because I think we have a few. Yeah, I'm stuck up on some few things. Oh yeah, here's to buy some weapons. Let's trade in. Here we have the bastard gun, which no way. And here we have the Takar, a makeshift air gun, surprisingly silent and accurate. Over pressuring its tank increases power, but an extra pressure vents before long. Yeah, this Takar is a stealth gun, so if you want to be stealthy in this game, because there are a few sequences where you have to be stealthy and take out a lot of enemies, and this is actually the perfect gun to actually use. But I don't really like purchasing the Qatar because you rarely find ammo when you're out in the tunnels. So it's actually very difficult to actually use this gun. The only way you actually could find Takar ammo is if you search very thoroughly, like in secret rooms or things like that, or if you find hidden bodies, or like ammo cases out in the tunnels. Or the only easy way is just to purchase them in the stations where they actually sell ammo. And here we have the revolver, which we already have, but yeah, it's actually very stealthy. Well, we do have one, but we have the silencer. Now, this isn't really nothing here for us to get, because all these weapons are just... Here we have the reflex sight. To customize the... Here we have the silencer, and here we have the extended barrel, which is actually pretty good. I think I'll buy that. Now, there isn't really nothing for me to... Here we have the extended barrel, and then the reflex sight. Yeah, there's no reason for me to actually customize the pistol. So basically I have two pistols, but I don't really need any of these guns. I do want an AK or any other powerful weapon.
Leather, best leather goods, original design.
We have the thing here. So it's not just we have a few things stock up on some things.
Nah, you can't fit that
Yeah, I can't fit that many.
back. Now you're just being greedy. Well, come back.
Nothing.
This is caps.
Oh yeah, spending on... Hey, we can't actually enter through here. Ah, we actually found another note here.
Well, Artyom, I made all the arrangements. We can go to the Revolution now. They will let us in through the theater.
Before we do that, let's read through the diary, see what we found. Note 1. Pavlo needs some time to set everything up. The citizens of the other stations need a permit to enter through the red line. The state, in permanent preparation for war, readily sees a spy in any outsider, so we'll have some time to look around the theater. The station is a real legend of the Metro. Unlike Polis, the difference being that Polis gathered most of the surviving scientists, the theater is considered to be a cultural capture of the Metro.
Hey you, stop! Show me your tickets!
Oh, sure. Come in.
Yeah, so the difference...
Well, Stanislavski, you can watch the show if you like. I'll wait for you at the dressing room.
Yeah, so the difference is that Polis cares about capturing survivors and saving humanity, while the other one is just...
Maestro, if you'd be so kind. The can-can.
Oh yeah, the can-can girls. I think they're totally out of sync there. You can see that one over there having a hard time trying to keep up. Now you can actually watch the theater. Now you do want to stay through the entire theater because you actually gain more points for that. So if you want to gain a little bit more points, then you actually do want to stay and watch the entire performance.
The stage has never witnessed anything like this before. I feel sorry for the other performance now. Their attempts at impressing the audience might fall short after such a spectacle. But I trust they will handle the race far of our expectations. And thus, our incredible show continues.
Yep, it will continue.
This man spits in the eye of danger, challenges nature, defies the god of his new world, and proves once again that humanity is a master of all. A warm welcome for Leonid Burley, our animal trainer extraordinaire, with his, terror of our city.
You can actually look around and see the other people and stuff.
Allez, go!
And now he managed to train one of the creatures from the outside.
Allez, go!
Now I forget what actually happens here.
Allez, go! What did I tell you? Allez! Stupid freak! Allez! Where are you?
Yeah, you can't.
Where, you dumb freak? I'm going to kill you! Impressive victory as human intelligence triumphs over the mutants. Speaking of mutants, even our station has heard rumors of new species that were encountered at exhibition. Fearsome beasts, black as midnight, invincible, able to induce madness in anyone who saw them. But even those were no match for human ingenuity. The guys at exhibition had noticed they were brewing the wrong mushrooms. When they went back to the traditional recipe, the new mutants were gone like morning dew.
Ah, very
Let
funny.
us cheer for the heroes at exhibition.
Now the last performance was actually pretty funny. A human trying to train a mutant to actually do performances, but then the mutant didn't listen.
We give you the genius of chamber
For a second there, I thought the mutant was gonna
famous
attack.
accordion player, Kolya Bazharny, with his masterpiece, My Heart Reaches for the Sky, but hits the ceiling and falls down the bottle. A round of applause, please.
Now I'm not sure this is the last performance. And he's drinking during a performance. And one thing you do have to remember is that since the destruction of the Earth, technology hasn't really grown, so they have to find some other way to actually entertain, which actually going back to the old ways of theater and all that kinds of stuff that that other people had to do for entertainment. So it's kind of basically like going back to human instinct, where technology barely existed.
Thank you, Kolya. The harp of my soul will never sound the same. Your music has touched strings with so much power. And thus, our incredible show continues. Today, I have the honor of presenting to you the hottest, the most explosive act this side of Atlantic Ocean. The most scorching spectacle of today. Our fire show.
Ooh, fire show.
A round of applause to welcome the performers. Please.
Now, I will be kind of quiet for some of these performances, because honestly, I do like watching them. But if you want to fast forward it, you can actually fast forward it to actually see, so you can get on with the story. But honestly, I just want to watch the performances, because it's actually pretty cool. So if you want to fast forward it a little bit, you can if you want to. But for the people that actually want to see the performance, well, you're seeing it right now. I think that these performances last, I believe, 5 minutes. I believe so.
completely mind-blowing.
But the good thing is that these performances last
If a
like
tiny
less
bit
than a
too
minute.
hot, just a couple of degrees higher, and I'd be charred.
And of course, he had to.
Thank you, dear friends. Thank you. But I must say,
He just
that
had to make the
however hot
jokes.
That was, the girls were a bit hotter still. Guys, you've got to answer the challenge. Try using the flamethrower, perhaps. And yet, we have more, dear audience. Please welcome the Arpeggio Virtuoso, the God of Legato, and Demon of Tremolo. The favorite student of Mel Bay and Vladimir Manilov, the premier guitarist of the New Age, Viktor Minchuk, with his fantasies. Please welcome our virtuoso.
It's kind of interesting that they actually took the time to actually do this little secret. I don't know if you want to call it a secret, but an extra thing in the game where you could just take the time to actually relax and watch performances. Because Artyom has been through some stuff, so it's kind of a good thing to actually wind down for a little bit and watch a performance. That is some great guitar playing.
Well, any more of this ecstasy and my heart would ignite, my legs would start dancing, and my soul would go straight to wherever it's heading to. Thank you, Victor. Ladies and gentlemen, I must announce a change in today's program. To our sincere regret, our visiting magician ran out of ladies for his sawmill act.
Ha 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 ha, very funny.
But never fear, we have filled the gap with greatness. Your complete attention, please, as I present the birth of a legend. The Minchuk and Pazharny duet with their instrumental impromptu, the Song of Songs. A round of applause to cheer our great musicians on.
They call a duo.
Yes, that definitely was the musical innovation of the century. Incredible, completely incredible. My left ear is still ringing. You've just heard the virtuosos of the Moscow Underground, the duo known as Minchuk and Pazharny. Our dear audience, this sad moment always comes, no matter how often we wish you
Yeah, I
would
think
not.
this lasted more than.
But our show for today is over. I
Oh,
hope
that
you
was the last
enjoyed it
performance.
as much as we have enjoyed your company. Thank you, and please come again. Maestro, give us something emotional. Goodbye. Farewell. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Yep, as you saw, after sitting for like, I believe 5 or 8 minutes, you get more points for that. It was actually pretty cool. For others, it's not actually. For others, if you think just sitting and watching through the performance is actually kind of boring, I think not. I think if you actually want to get through the good ending, as I said, you have to go through this. Which to me, I don't actually mind seeing through the performances and stuff. But still, I prefer, just watching through it, and I actually get a little bit more points. And it's actually pretty cool that the developers actually put this, and while throwing in a little bit of more points, so RDM could actually could calm his mind and not think about all the stuff that he actually went through. So now, since I know that we haven't made any progress in this episode, but still, I actually think that do a little bit of relaxing in this episode and not get into too much trouble or run into too much trouble, and just relax and watch the performances. So I'm sorry this wasn't that there wasn't any progress in this episode, but there was this was something I wanted to show. So I'm just gonna end it off here for now. So next time on Metro Last Light, we're gonna be continuing on to Polis and hopefully exit out of here. Until next time.